Affordable skincare doesn't always mean compromise. Some of the best skincare out on the market costs less than a cup of coffee. Today we're going to be diving into the top 10 must-have products from The Ordinary. There are no gimmicks, just powerful ingredients that actually work. If you're watching this video during November, well, you can grab The Ordinary products at even more of a discount. They are already affordable, but you can get 23% off throughout the entire of November with Deciem's Slowvember campaign. So 23% off The Ordinary and 23% off Neod as well. Site-wide, off everything, sometimes more than 23%. I will link all of the details in the description box. So if you're new here, hello, my name's Gemma. I'm a qualified esthetician and beauty therapist here in the UK. This is just my opinion. These are my top 10. We're going to rank them from 10th all the way down to what I believe is the best product that The Ordinary has on offer. So let's get on with it. In at number 10, we've got the Natural Moisturizing Factors Plus Inulin Body Lotion. This is relatively new to The Ordinary. It is such a beautiful body lotion. It is incredibly lightweight. It is non-greasy. It doesn't have that tackiness on the surface of the skin. It sinks in very easily, very, very quick to absorb. I just love everything about it. The only thing that's missing for me is the scent. I do like a scented body lotion, but obviously you're not going to get that from The Ordinary because The Ordinary doesn't have any unnecessary ingredients in there that are going to trigger things that you just don't want triggering. So it's a beautiful, beautiful body lotion. If you're wanting something that is not only really hydrating and slightly nourishing like this one is, if you're wanting a little bit more nourishment, you can always add a few drops of castor oil within the formula to give it that little bit of extra punch. But this is absolutely fantastic for all skin types. If you want something really lightweight that's going to absorb quickly and you're going to be able to jump in bed as soon as you've applied this without worrying about getting it all over your sheets. At number 9, we've got the Squalane and Amino Acids Lip Balm. I love this. You all know I love this. If you are a regular on my channel, I've spoken about this to the death. It's such a lovely product. I am a sucker for a lip balm, especially a lip balm that is non-sticky. This is really smooth and it works. It is super hydrating. It is really nourishing. You can apply this on a bare lip. You can apply this as a topper over the top of a lipstick to create a more nourishing barrier. This really does look after the skin on the lip. It repairs, it protects, and it plumps. It's such a lovely, lovely product. I love everything about it. Again, it doesn't have a scent to this, so if you do like a lip balm that has a flavor, you're not going to get it with this, but it doesn't have a nasty flavor. I could apply this every second of every day. Rather than this having a balmy consistency that just sits on the surface of the lip, creating that barrier to stop any transepidermal water loss, this is actually more of a moisturizer for the lips. This does penetrate. It really does sink in and work from the inside out. So although it is going to look after the skin barrier on the lip, it's also going to work deep down in the lip tissue as well, which other lip balms don't always do. In at number 8, the OG cleanser from The Ordinary, the Squalane Cleanser. I absolutely adore this stuff. Even though The Ordinary have released 2 new cleansers, the Squalane Cleanser is still my favorite. Although I do really like the cream cleanser that The Ordinary have released, but I do reach for the Squalane Cleanser more often. It is my preference. This goes on like a cream. You really do massage it into the skin and then emulsify like a balm cleanser and remove. You can either remove this with a washcloth or just remove it with a splash of water, which is my preference. I love it. I love everything about it. It removes waterproof eye makeup. It removes SPF, stubborn grime. It really does clean the skin very deeply, but it doesn't strip the skin of anything that the skin needs. This is super, super gentle, but it's very good at what it does. It's also got some really beautiful hydrating and nourishing ingredients. So even though my skin feels really clean after I finish using this, it feels nourished and hydrated at the same time, which very few cleansers actually do for me. So this is a definite winner. It deserves its place in at number 8. Another oldie but goodie is the glycolic acid 7% toning solution. This is so good. I used to use this on my face. I don't use it on my face anymore. It's just a little bit too aggressive. You may be able to use it on your face. However, if you are going to use this on your face, I would recommend only 3 times a week because it is a really potent solution. You shouldn't need to use it any more than 3 times a week. Because my skin is really sensitive to exfoliating acids and yet my body is more resilient, I now use this on my body. It is such a good exfoliating product if you want to get rid of all the dead skin, leaving your skin really vibrant, really youthful looking with that lovely glow, not a hint of dullness in sight. This is definitely a product that I would recommend, and it is so quick to apply. Now, you can have it in the normal container, put it on a cotton round, or just directly in your hands and rub this on your skin. But to make it a little bit easier for me, because I am extremely lazy, I've put a pump spray bottle on there. I spray this directly onto my skin and then I rub it in with my hands. It's effortless. It is so quick to penetrate the skin, and then I pop my body cream over the top and jump in bed, and that's me done for the evening. This is particularly good to apply the day before you're doing any sort of fake tan, so apply this on the elbows, on the knees, and it just makes sure that your fake tan isn't going to grab to any dead skin, because there won't be any dead skin there to begin with. If you have problematic skin on your body, or your children or your grandchildren have started to get problematic skin on their body, then this next product is definitely for you. I've lost count how many of my kids' friends' parents have approached me asking me to help them with a specific issue, and that issue is usually neck breakouts, shoulder breakouts, top of the back breakouts. These breakouts can not only be really painful, but they can make the person suffering with them feel really self-conscious and not want to expose that area, which can often make the problem even worse. But this next product in at number 6 will really help to calm the issue and start to get rid of the problem from the inside out. This is the salicylic acid 0.5% body serum. This is such a lightweight serum. It penetrates the skin really deeply, unclogging the pore from the inside, getting rid of all the dirt, the debris, the bacteria from inside the pore, allowing the skin to heal. It's actually quite a gentle formulation. Even though it's got salicylic acid in there, it's not really an aggressive treatment, but it works. Even after the breakouts have disappeared, because it's such a gentle formulation, I would definitely recommend that you continue to use this as a preventative method rather than trying to cure a problem that's already gone. Preventing any future breakouts from coming is always better than waiting for them to arrive in the first place, especially if your skin is tolerating this formula really well. In at number 5, we've got the Soothing and Barrier Support Serum. This is going to be fantastic for anybody with a really sensitive skin, those of you that have gone above and beyond on some sort of aggressive skincare and maybe have got a really impaired skin barrier, or those of you that suffer with quite a lot of redness or irritation in general. This is a fantastic serum to really calm the skin, looking after the skin barrier and really looking after keeping all that hydration locked inside rather than letting it dissipate into the atmosphere. The Soothing and Barrier Support Serum is actually a pink serum. It's not going to turn your face pink, it actually does the opposite. So it's got vitamin B12 in here to reduce redness. It's also got gallic acid derivatives in here to really calm any soreness or irritation. It's also got 2% niacinamide in here, which if you're super sensitive to niacinamide, you might not get on with this, but most people can tolerate niacinamide at 4% and below, and this is only at 2%. It's in here because niacinamide is such a great ingredient for skin barrier function. It really does look after the skin barrier and really help to rebuild. And it's also got a ceramide complex in here to also boost that function of looking after the skin barrier and repairing and protecting. So it's such a great formulation. The Ordinary are bringing out these formulas that are really suitable for those of us with sensitive skin, and I think it is a really welcomed addition as far as I'm concerned. Most of the formulas now are easily tolerable, and I think that is such a good thing. Don't get me wrong, the ingredients in the Ordinary's products, both old and new, are super potent. They get in there and they get the job done. But the new formulations seem to have found a way of getting the job done, but doing it in a really gentle way. And that is definitely to be commended. If you have gone overboard with anything, or you've been out in all weathers and your skin is just feeling really tight and irritated, this is the product that I would recommend. It is superb. In at number 4, we've got a moisturizer that in my opinion is still the best affordable moisturizer out on the market, hands down, especially if you have a dry skin. This is the Natural Moisturizing Factors plus phytoceramides. It is such a rich, creamy formula. It leaves a slight oily residue on the surface of the skin, which is going to lock in all that hydration and really look after the skin barrier overnight whilst you sleep. I absolutely love this. This is actually too nourishing for me to wear in the daytime. It is that good. The Natural Moisturizing Factors OG moisturizer is also really good if you're after something lighter, and if you do have a really oily skin, they also have a moisturizer that is going to cater for you as well. But this one, if you have dry skin, it is absolutely phenomenal. We're down to my top 3 products, and this is where it got a little bit tricky, but I had to hone in on those products that are going to get you the best results possible. So in at number 3, we've got the Saccharomyces Ferment 30% Milky Toner. This is such a great exfoliating product. If you're wanting silky smooth, soft skin without a hint of any dead skin cell or dullness in sight, this is definitely what I would point you towards. It is great for anybody with any sort of skin type, including a sensitive skin. You may not have been able to use an exfoliating acid before because they can be a little bit aggressive, but this works in a completely different way. So how an exfoliating acid works is that it targets the glue that holds the dead skin cells onto the skin and doesn't let them fall off naturally. And the way that it does that is it tries to dissolve that glue and make it completely null and void. That, in its sense, is a great way of getting rid of dead skin cells, but it can be a little bit aggressive and cause some irritation. The way that the Saccharomyces ferment works is that although it still targets the glue, it doesn't try and dissolve the glue, it just turns it into a non-sticky substance. And if it's not sticky, it can't hold on to those dead skin cells, and those dead skin cells just fall away when you're washing your face or when you're just wiping your skin. So it works in a very, very gentle way, and the majority of people that I spoke to can tolerate this really, really well and are getting beautiful results. This is one of my mum's favourite products. She does suffer with a lot of dryness and flakiness around her mouth area because she uses a really high strength vitamin A product, and this sorts the problem out, no issues, very, very quickly. In at number 2, narrowly missing out on the top spot, is the Multi-Peptide plus Copper Peptide 1% Serum. I actually don't have this to hold up because I don't have any left. Neod also have a very similar formula, which I will be ordering in the sale because I absolutely adore it. But this one from The Ordinary is such a great product. It is an all-rounder. What is it going to do for you? Practically everything, bar make you a cup of tea first thing in the morning. So this serum can increase collagen and elastin production. It can also increase your glycosaminoglycans within the skin, which is hyaluronic acid. So your skin's going to be much plumper, fuller, more youthful, with a really beautiful glow to it. And it has so many beautiful peptides and copper peptides within the formula, including the neuropeptide arginine, which is why arginine isn't included in my top 10 products. If you want an added boost of arginine somewhere else in your skincare routine, obviously you can go for the standalone serum, but I don't think it's necessary because it's included within this serum, and this serum does pretty much everything. You can also use this serum around your eye area, which is why I haven't included the eye serum within this video either. And the eye serum also includes caffeine, which I'm really sensitive to, so I actually prefer this particular serum around my eyes rather than the serum that is made for the eye area. So because copper plays an integral role in the body's natural ability to produce collagen, copper plus peptides, the absolute dream team together for that collagen and elastin production, you can see a reduction in fine lines and wrinkles and an increase in firmness and elasticity with this particular serum. And like I said, I'd use this absolutely everywhere, neck, face, around the eyes. It's just so good. The serum itself is such a lovely watery consistency and my skin drinks it in. It doesn't take any time at all. You're not sat on the sidelines waiting until you can apply the next product because this sinks in so quickly. It's just effortless. And finally, fanfare please, in at the top spot out of all of the products that The Ordinary have on offer, and there are a lot to choose from, this is my top pick. This is the Retinal 0.2% emulsion. This is a superb, really potent formulation to decrease fine lines, decrease wrinkles, decrease crepiness, increase firmness, elasticity, decrease pigmentation on the skin. It's pretty much an all-rounder when it comes to anti-aging, especially in the pigmentation department. I think a lot of people underestimate the pigmentation zapping ability of Retinal. It is absolutely phenomenal. If you can't tolerate a prescription strength retinoid, so tretinoin, this is going to be your new best friend because Retinal is far more gentle than retinoic acid, and this particular formulation has some anti-irritation ingredients thrown into the formula as well, so it feels even more gentle and more easy to tolerate. And quite honestly, even if you are using tretinoin on your face but you really struggle to use it on your neck, this is going to be a great addition into your skincare routine for that neck and chest area, even if you're not going to use it on your face. This is definitely my go-to for my neck area. I absolutely love it. Regardless of how gentle this formula is and how soothing it can be on the skin, I definitely wouldn't recommend jumping into this with both feet if you've never tried a retinol or a Retinal formulation before. If you have and your skin can tolerate it, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to tolerate this 3 times a week and then work up to using this 5 times a week if that's the way you want to go. But if you haven't tried any similar formulations before, I wouldn't start using this every single day of the week and expecting no irritation whatsoever, although some people haven't received any irritation at all. But I would proceed with caution with this because it is really potent, but it's gonna deliver. It is such a great product and definitely deserves the #1 spot. So they're my top 10 products from The Ordinary. They're all superb and they're all affordable. Do you have a different favorite? Please let me know what would hit your #1 spot in the comments section. You can also include products from Neod as well if you want, because the Neod products are also included in the Slowember campaign. My favorite products from Neod, it has to be the superoxide dismutase saccharide mist, which is a staple in my skincare routine and I just can't be without it. Also the copper amino isolate serum 3. I absolutely adore. And the isolate is also beautiful, but it's slightly too heavy for me, so I would probably urge towards the serum rather than the isolate. But anyway, let me know your favorites. I will link all the products that I've spoken about in the description box. Don't forget 23% off for the entire of November. You don't need to rush here. You don't need to make any drastic rash decisions. Think about your purchases. That's what the whole premise of the campaign is. You don't need to buy things that you don't need. So, really hope you've enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave, and hope to see you all in the next one. Bye everyone.